I'm Georgina Gratrix, and I'm an artist from South Africa. I'm based in Cape Town, but strangely enough was born in Mexico City. So it's a kind of a series of fortuitous events that brings me back to a city where I was born. The show is called Colima 302. And that is the address of where I've been staying in Mexico City. I've been here over 2 months, and the show was actually made here. I like the idea of making a show that connected to the place. So there's a series of self-portraits. Those, kind of relate to stories and incidents, and all the works in some ways are connected to, it's a mishmash of things and exhibitions that I happen to see and objects that I'm looking at and people that I'm around, and yeah. It's kind of been very informative, like learning about so many things. There's so many incredible museums in Mexico City, and every exhibition, I saw recently, is it Maria Esquerdo? Incredible. And I've been looking a lot at all the murals. I don't know how it informs my practice, but it's just feels like you start sort of like seeping into and understanding more the Mexican psychology and ideology. I've got a very good friend, Francisco, and he says what's so interesting about Mexico is it's a country almost that's been dreamed of by artists. And you really feel that with the murals and the history and the culture everywhere. And yeah, I feel like I'm just starting to understand. The puppy bouquets. I always spent a lot of time going to Jamaica markets, which is the biggest flower market I've ever been to. A lot of the flowers in all the still lifes come from there. And they have the most insane varieties. You get puppy bouquets, you get teddy bear bouquets, but you also get, I think, little aliens. Anything you want, you can get in flowers, basically. This funny thing is that I've always done sort of quite absurd still lives, but in Mexico City, the thing is that they're real. And I kind of love that sort of very Baroque sort of sensibility. Rococo is still alive and well in Mexico City. I studied fine art in Cape Town, and that, it comes from a lineage of understanding painting very much from that Western modernist traditional sense. And in South Africa, that was very much my sort of influences. There are artists that are important to me in terms of understanding expressionism and sort of color, and that sort of lineage comes very much through German expression into South Africa through artists like maybe Omar Stern, Maggie Laubscher. Yeah, I think if you can't make oil paintings of flowers in South Africa without somehow referencing that sort of language. In regards to the materials with this exhibition, it's all oil and canvas. And people often ask, with the build-up of the paint, isn't there something else? But it's not. It's just oil paint. The color sometimes seems fantastical, but it's not. This painting over there, I was buying on the street, you get those sort of fake plastic flowers. Those colors are kind of pretty accurate. And the pink in the other still life, I was painting in a rented house here, and there's that Mexican pink, that is very prevalent everywhere. And the house was actually that color. And I think there's, with a lot of the objects and that I'm painting, there's a kind of almost a desire to over-explain them, overbuild them, kind of saturate them. There's nothing that subtle about the work,